What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Good Podcast, and today we are going to talk about how much the coronavirus pandemic has changed the world. I know I was sick with the coronavirus back in December of 2020. In fact, I got sick with the virus just 2 days after my 18th birthday, so that was a fun birthday gift that 2020 decided to give me. But before we get into this, let's just talk about what COVID-19 is, how to recover from it if we get sick with it, and what are ways to prevent ourselves from catching the virus. Now, what is COVID-19? Well, it is a virus that causes an infection in the nose, sinuses, or upper throat. It is often compared to the common cold, fever, and even seasonal allergies. Symptoms include fever, cough, shortness of breath, trouble breathing, fatigue, chills, body aches, headaches, sore throat, congestion, and or runny nose, loss of smell or taste, nausea, and diarrhea. Now, if I were to get sick with the virus, well, not me, you, if say you were to get sick with the virus, one of the things you want to make sure that you're doing is that you're drinking plenty of water, that you're having chicken soup. It does help you get better. I know I had some and it worked very well. Make sure you're getting plenty of sleep, and make sure you're taking over-the-counter medicine like ibuprofen, Advil. This will help ease the pain, and just make sure that you're resting and staying hydrated when you are sick with the virus. What are the ways you can prevent yourself from catching the virus? Some of these are make sure you're wearing a mask when you're out in public places or in large crowds. Make sure that your mask does cover your nose and your mouth. This will protect you and the people around you. Along with social distancing, make sure you're staying 6 feet apart from people. When in public, say you're at school, work, even the grocery stores, make sure you want to stay or keep that distance from people. This will help you not to catch the virus. And make sure you're washing your hands and using alcohol-based sanitizers or hand sanitizers if there is no hand soap available. Now we know what the coronavirus is, let's talk about the toll that the pandemic has taken out on our small businesses. Over 3 million businesses had to close in April of 2020. That was just a month into the pandemic, into our lockdown. Small businesses had to either temporarily close, permanently close, or move their operations online. As a result, our economy declined 5.9% in 2020 because of this. Some industries that have been successful during the pandemic are online retailers like Amazon, eBay, any stores that make their services available online like Walmart, Target, etc. Along with the trucking industry, they have also played a vital role in the pandemic as drivers have put their health at risk to travel great distances, some of them from the East Coast to the West Coast to the East Coast, or even Midwest, either which way. They have gone great distances to deliver our essential items to our front doorsteps. Now, a key thing to remember is that the pandemic is not just happening here in the United States, it is happening in other countries. While there was a survey conducted in Turkey, Jordan, Lebanon, and Palestine, and we looked at some of the data, and about 42 of the 171 small businesses that responded had expected to only keep their businesses open for 1 to 2 months because the stay-at-home order was forced there as well. But there's somewhat of some good news. It looks like 21% of female business owners are less likely to lay off their workers, while male owners, 34% of male owners were less likely to lay off their workers. Now let's talk about some of the industries that have not been so blessed during the pandemic, but luckily they are slowly getting back into the rhythm of their work. And this industry is the travel industry, tourism, countries that are dependent on tourism for their economy. Countries like this are the Caribbean, Seychelles, Mauritius, and Bangkok. And I'm so sorry if I am butchering the name of those countries. What some of these countries are actually doing is creating these things called travel bubbles, which is actually pretty smart if you really think about it. So say you're visiting, I'm just going to use Australia as an example. Say you're visiting Australia, but you're from New Zealand. Well, you'd only be able to visit certain parts of Australia. So say you're only able to visit Sydney and say 3 other cities. That way, this will prevent the virus from spreading anywhere else throughout the country. This will not only protect you, but it will also protect others in that country. It is estimated that it could take up to 3 years for this industry to recover. How can COVID-19 losses be compared to past recessions? While COVID-19 is considered to be even bigger than the Great Depression, the pandemic can be compared to the following recessions, which are the stock exchange crash of 1987, the recessions we had to have from 1989 to 91 with effects persisting into the mid-90s, the Asian financial crisis of 1997, and with the dot-com bubble and bust from 1999 to 2001, along with the global financial crisis from 2008 to 2009 with effects continuing to this present day. Now, how are things beginning to look as we move into 2021? While vaccinations are being administered, COVID-19 guidelines have been reduced. Once fully vaccinated, you are able to walk around in public without a mask as long as there are no large crowds or strangers. Businesses will have to operate at a reduced capacity at 50% or less. Along with theme parks, they are beginning to reopen at 25% capacity with social distancing markers on their floor, along with mask requirements, which in fact Disneyland and California Adventure have officially opened as of April 30th, 2021. Universal Studios opened on April 15th, 2021. And Knott's Berry Farm has officially confirmed that they will be opening on May 21st. Of course, all of these theme parks will have their own COVID guidelines to ensure that their guests are safe. Alright guys, that includes our podcast for the day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to check us out on Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud because we are available 24/7 for your ears. With that being said, I am out. Bye.